Hi dear students, a warm good morning. Previously we were talking about different aspects of food microbiology, and I guess almost most of the portions in food microbiology is completed, and now we are coming to the section 2, agricultural microbiology, which we are going to deal in this semester. You might have a thought, what has got microbiology to do in agriculture? Because we do plants in agriculture, and we have different agricultural practices which will promote agriculture. But what is the significance of microbiology in agriculture? As we take a close look, we can see that the soil fertility mainly depends upon the presence of nutrients, or the soil fertility depends upon the available amount of carbon, nitrogen and phosphorus, and also sometimes potassium also in the soil. So when you need to improve the quality of this soil, all these components of carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus as well as potassium should be available in a soluble as well as in an absorbable form for the plants. And it is here that the microbes play a role, because various organic matter will be accumulated in the soil as a part of degradation of various living forms and all that, but they are made soluble and made them available for the absorption to the plants by the action of certain microbes. And so that would result into increase in the fertility of the soil. Now, in the first session, we will be thus dealing with the properties of the soil. What is the structure of the soil? What are its different layers? What are the significance of the soil microbiology, soil microbes, and how they contribute to the fertility of the soil? Coming to the second unit, we'll be talking about the biogeochemical cycles. You know about the carbon cycle, the nitrogen cycle, the sulfur cycle and all that. And all these cycles, though there are other elements like you might have come across about tundring and all that, which will contribute to the cycles. But at the same time, the major relevant the major factor responsible for the contribution or the continuation of a biogeochemical cycles are the microbes. So here also, the microbes play an important role in contributing into the various minerals which are needed into the soil. Then another factor which we have to come across in soil microbiology is about the biological interactions. Now, all these microbes, it might not be like they are not free living probably. Okay, there are some microbes which will be free living in the soil, but at the same time there will be some of them which are having symbiotic relationships, some will be having synergistic relationships, some will be having commensal reactions, as well as some will be having competition reactions within the soil. Not only within the soil, various microbes could also be found attached or interacting with various ruminants, various fungi, and in all these ways they will contribute to the benefit of the soil or benefit of the agriculture in turn. I hope you know about the term of lichens, mycorrhiza and all that. These are all interactions which are possible in the presence interactions possible by the microbes with different agents which have been found in the ecosystem. So the interaction of these microbes with the plants as well as with the animals as well as with different fungi will contribute to the benefit of the rhizosphere. Now, what is rhizosphere? Rhizosphere is the soil which is being surrounded in the root of a plant. And so when these microbes with their biological interactions contribute to the benefit of the rhizosphere, they in turn contribute to the fertility as well as the agricultural development in a long term. Hereafter, we also come across plant pathology, a unit based upon plant pathology, where we discuss what are the various microbial pathogens which are responsible for plant diseases. You know that microbes are not only pathogens in the case of humans as well as in animals. They can also cause a wide variety of diseases in plants. So, what are the causative agents? What are the bacterial diseases? What are the fungal diseases? What are the viral diseases? All of these we will be discussing in plant pathology. And what are the symptoms of all these diseases? That's what we would be discussing in plant pathology. And later on, we have another session where the application side of microbiology in agriculture is discussed, where you have biofertilizers. You might now come across with organic food. Organic food is the one in which you do not use chemical fertilizers or chemical pesticides. You use natural methods to improve the quality of the food. That is, the fertility of the soil has been improved by organic materials. That's what we do in organic farming. Similar to this, we can see that some fertilizers, rather than having chemical fertilizers, we can use certain microbes which will act as fertilizers, and they are referred to as the biofertilizers. So that's one practical application. So they would act by supplementing these microbes like pseudomonas and all that. We have different strains. Different strains are there. Some will be like phosphate solubilizers, some will be plant growth promoting, hormone producing microbes, as well as some will be pathogen resisting, like helping the plant to resist the attack of pathogens. Like that, different microbes are there. So when the microbes increase the fertility of the soil, they are referred to as biofertilizers. And we come across various symbiotic nitrogen fixers as well as non-symbiotic nitrogen fixers. Free living nitrogen fixers will be discussed in among the microbes of in agriculture, which are used in agriculture. And further, we also come across various other agents like ectomycorrhiza, endomycorrhiza. Then we also see about cyanobacteria, and with these, which will be contributing to the nitrogen fixation ability of the soil. So basically speaking, rather than depending upon chemical fertilizers as well as chemical pesticides to improve the quality of the soil, by contributing or augmenting the quality of the soil using microbes, we could give a beneficial environment for the plant growth, and that would aid to less amount of toxic accumulation or toxin accumulation by the use of pesticides as well as fertilizers. So in agricultural microbiology, you are trying to use these microbes, okay, the small bits of microbes, the microscopic microbes, and to improve the quality of the soil, and in turn to increase the agricultural productivity of the soil. And it is a very important science which has much impact throughout the world. And you can see that there was a time at which we had lots of scarcity of food throughout the world, but by realizing the relevance of these microbes in improving the rates of agriculture, worldwide research as well as attempts have been carried out, and we are getting very good results by altering the microbial flora or supplementing the soil with beneficial microbes. And you should notice that not only the microbes which have been found in the soil, there are also microbes which are being found associated with the plants also. Like they might be found as endophytes. What is an endophyte? That is, it will be inside the plant. And many of the metabolites which are being needed by the plant is also being provided by these microbes. So I guess you got an overall idea about what is soil microbiology. It's mainly dealing with soil and microbiology, and that is the microbial interactions with the soil. And since soil has got to play with an important role with agriculture, here we are discussing three different factors. One is what is the soil microbes, how do they contribute to the soil fertility, how they interact, and how they increase the agricultural productivity. That's what we are discussing in this sections, and hope so you will enjoy these coming sections of agriculture and microbiology. Thank you now.